Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy. And today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will boot it away to start the game. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Golden Gophers offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He leaves it with his back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. Dropping back, it's Barber. Works the middle of the field. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They open the lane and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
It's not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Sooners offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off his D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. On second down, wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. At the 35, he's open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. And you think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that won the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Trying to wear down this defense. The 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down. To a disaster. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack that.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The give to the back. And the Golden Gophers get enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the big yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. The quick out. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And a great job on the QB, find the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Makes his connection. Oh my, circle, Spinderella. Cycling picked up the 1st down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
And a good, solid pickup for the defense. Cuts him down.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
The offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his 1st sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow them down.
How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats.
Minnesota, 0.
They are lined lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Looking downfield, it's Barber. They're working that left side. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snag in the end zone! Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And when I start for this offense, the throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass, this quarterback getting a little bit of confidence, his passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one.
Kicker is on the 40, extra point.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Northern Illinois endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Husky Stadium, and the Huskies came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
4 wideouts set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Sooners hit it quickly to the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball.
Brings up.
He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Wants to throw. It's Barber. They're bringing heat. can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
A third and long coming up here. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's McLeod. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Back to throw, it's Barber. Getting some heat. And the defense got him at the 27.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. And the try is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Games, this guy's notched the sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Coming after it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious...
And he's got it inside the 35. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal. Come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. On second and goal, they go right back to it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0, we can... job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Linebackers. Secondness nowadays so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send one of those fast linebackers and can rush the quarter.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Minneapolis. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip.